And we're back after what can only be described as
A neon.
an epic, an epic battle to get everybody
Oh
online.
yeah.
Um, we have Ember, we have Syl, we have Palisine, uh, we have all the things, and we have love letters. What's that you say?
Ooh, yay.
I made love letters.
They're terrifying.
So I need to put them somewhere.
We can all see them.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. I'll let me just get them in here real quick. So when we last left our heroes, Ember had made a hard decision between continuing to talk to Emilio about all the problems that she's going through, and um, we'll say Quinn LL20, and we're gonna save that one. And trying to decide between Emilio and everything else that was going on, like the drama with your mom and all that stuff. And like that really went away, but you just had to make kind of a hard choice there, and you um, settled on focusing on Emilio at least for the time being. Now that little time has passed since then. Meanwhile, uh, Syl was researching or tracking down some leads with regards to one David Taylor, I think, um,
Mm,
who
basic name.
back in high school had apparently gotten the snot beat out of him by uh, young Brahma before he was Brahma, and you were doing a little bit of research on that, and that led you to finally locating him in Halcyon City itself. And you kind of reached out to Palisine thinking that she would be better at the personal interaction stuff, more the fool she, or you, or whatever. And asking for help with that. You got there to discover that he was beat up pretty bad, and
Isn't this situation familiar?
then you needed to sneak him out of the apartment complex. So you summoned Demir to the apartment under cloak, and you hopefully didn't alert anybody, and got the guy moved in there. And now you are stealthily making your way away from the apartment complex and back towards the island. Uh, Apparently, or hopefully, to get in touch with Hellbinder, um, at Vigil's suggestion, because he can hopefully help you, and is tough enough to be able to deal with the potential fallout of helping you, for better or worse. Because people that help out in this situation tend to get hurt, it seems like, right? So
Oh,
we've got some love letters now. Everybody is in the roll 20, and I am
love how
going
you
to.
changed your background, Jamie.
Oh, see, now that's good. Nice
Better
job.
to look at.
Yeah, at least we've got that. That's good. We're going to show
People
this to
are.
everyone. So everyone should have something that just popped up on their roll 20 screen. You're going to want your roll 20 screen up. This is Quinn's little intro. Hey there, Casey.
Hey.
You're flying. Let me see if I can get this centered where I can see it. Hey, look at that. You're flying slowly, stealthily out of Halcyon City on the way back to the academy with Vigil's advice bouncing around in your head. Get David Taylor to the Hellbinder, explain as much as you feel you need, and ask for help. The more the headmaster knows, the more danger he's in. The bigger problem, David Taylor is probably dying right there on the bench in the back of Demir. Time to see how good the your emergency CPR training is. Roll Savior. On a hit of any kind, tell us what's most wrong with David and what you do. On a 10 plus, you get all three below. On a 7 to 9, you can pick two of them. On a 6 or less, you can only pick one. The selections are
Oh
David will walk
no!
again, David will talk again, David will have full command of his mind.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Well, we better hope we don't fail this roll, kiddos.
In the words
Why
of
What
my
am I
would you
rolling?
do that?
in the words of my forefathers, shit just got real. Um,
Alright,
you need to
I'm rolling.
roll savior. Everybody just locked up.
Am I rolling savior?
You are rolling savior.
Okay.
Bloop bloop.
No!
Oh shit!
Damn it! You just ruined the band.
That was the last thing! Are you kidding me?
What?
Are you kidding me? I have a plus
Okay,
one
yeah,
on my
think of it.
savior.
Hold on. Because of given full command of his mind, that just means he's completely mute and paralyzed for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
Which is
I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go
terrible.
with talk. Like,
If he
he's
can
gonna
talk,
have to be able to talk.
if he can talk, but he doesn't have command of his mind, it doesn't do any good. If he's
Yeah.
got full control
So
of his
this-
mind, Vigil can reach him.
Oh! Wow,
Well,
smart.
actually,
So only
back that up. Actually, if he's got full control of his mind, Palasine can reach him.
so only telepathic creatures can talk to him. Still terrible. This guy would hate his life forever.
Well, he just
Not
well,
forever. He would learn to live with it. He'd learn to live
I'm
with it.
sorry, man. I failed my savior roll. There's nothing I can do. I think I'm gonna have to go with David will have full control of his mind because then we can do like Palasine can talk to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so lonely.
I'm so sorry, David, but Jesus, Brahma really beat the shit out of you, man.
Mark. Mark. What do I want to say?
Making me mark a condition
No.
too? That's not what the love letter says.
No. Mark potential.
Oh!
Okay,
I
I was gonna be like,
God, you're so mean.
I feel like you should take a powerful blow. You personally.
I mean, yeah,
I
but it's fine.
feel bad, and it wasn't even my fault.
Well, I mean, it would have taken both of you there to be able to like use team to get him out of there. It's not enough.
Yeah. Well, I feel
Yeah.
bad for a lot of things right now because I've been playing the Walking Dead series, and
Oh.
I've been hurting. I've been feeling.
That is not a fun series.
As a game, it's
I
fantastic.
like it. The games are fun. I like
the
them a lot,
mental-
but it makes me feel.
Okay.
I've cried a couple of times.
Okay. Here we go. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the ship. Dear Palasine, some normal human was, according to Quinn, beaten nearly to death by one of the greatest heroes in Halcyon City, and you need to get this person safe while flying over that city. Lots of people are looking for you. Roll Savior. On a hit, you make it to the school. On a 10 plus, pick 2. On a 7 to 9, pick 1. Your options are Alias doesn't know where you're going. Brahma doesn't know where you're going. Aegis doesn't know where you're going. Keep in mind, you can't get all 3 of these. On a 6 minus, you don't make it to the school before the hellfire comes down.
So don't do what I did.
Bro, why?
I told you they're horrible.
It is so bad.
This is the first time that
Very
you guys are
sexy.
really kind of directly opposing a major hero in the city. That shit is hard.
Yeah. It's
Trauma
also like,
rhymes with Brahma. I mean,
who's gonna listen to these teenagers who have probably honestly done more harm
no!
than good? Oh
Oh, shit. Are you kidding me?
You rolled lower than I did!
That is snake eyes. That's snake eyes.
Jeez! Jeez!
Holy crap.
You had one job. One job.
Hey, you have no room to complain.
So
Palestine,
everyone knows where we are?
I wanna, oh, so Palestine mark potential. Yeah, there is no, I don't know. Usually I 6 minus, well, yeah, that's gonna be a mess. This, let's just say this whole session just took a turn I was not expecting. Okay,
I
that's
need to
okay.
spike my soda with something to get through this.
Woo!
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I really wasn't listening because that got something stuck on my finger and was freaking out, and I had to cut it off.
So the options there are for her success were keeping people
Oh,
from.
she got a 3? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, things are gonna be really interesting.
Oh, that really hurt. My finger hurts now.
What did you do? Did you get
Well,
you got it
so
stuck
I
in
have
something?
this, yeah, I have this like picture holder thing, and there's a hole in it, and I was being an idiot, and I put my finger down too far, and I couldn't get it off. And for the past like 5 minutes, I've been freaking out to get it off.
Wow.
That's where I'm at right now, guys.
Such a you thing.
Oh hush.
I could just imagine you silently panicking.
Palestine, are you okay? Have you marked potential?
Yeah.
Amber, did you or Amber?
Did you
Sil,
call her no?
Sil, did you mark potential?
I did mark potential.
Okay.
God.
Cool. I need to pull up a. Hang on.
I'm not wearing my earrings.
I need a bad guy card. Why are you wearing? Are you pretending you have good luck earrings now? Because statistics would indicate otherwise.
They're dice earrings. Of course they're good luck.
Well, maybe.
It is a little painful getting them in the.
Where is? Okay. You'll have to forgive me for a second here while I try to find the damn thing that I need. There he is. There he is. All right. It's gonna be a hot mess. All right, I have a present for you, Amber.
It's not a fun present.
Do you want to know what the
I'll warn
present?
you outright.
Do you want to know what the present is?
I don't know, maybe.
I promise. I absolutely promise that you're not going to be able to blow this roll.
Oh,
You're
really?
so mean. You're so mean. You're so mean.
Promise that you cannot blow the roll on your love letter. Hey, Ember. You're getting a 911. You're getting a 911 text from Sil that means something is bad. Get to the base. She has never done that before. You're getting 911 text from your brother that say something is bad and come home. You're getting understanding face from Emilio that says it's all going to be all right. And after the talk you had with him, you almost believe it. Almost. But right now things are desperate. Don't roll. Pick one. Send Emilio to the school to help the team and head to your house, or send Emilio to your house and head for the school. On a miss.
And of course, pick one.
Oh my
Yeah, there's no.
God.
Ignore the on a miss thing. I left that in there from the previous text, so that's just wrong. So don't worry about the on a miss thing.
Why would you do this?
I told you, he's a monster.
I gotta head home.
You're sending Emilio?
Wait, hold on, wait. Think about it longer.
Okay, bro,
Dude.
take time. We're not gonna blame you for either way you go, cause like honestly,
Yeah,
we're
but
gonna have fun no matter what.
Obligation to the hero. Yeah, I gotta head to my house.
We're all gonna die.
You're sending Emilio to the school.
Yep.
Should I call everyone?
I don't know. She's never sent a 911 message before.
That means yes.
Probably.
Okay.
Bring the boys. Bring the boys.
Ready? Hang on. All right. Let's see.
SOS!
Let me just see what I can do. Sorry, I'm just grabbing.
It's okay. Just sitting here, wallowing in the grief.
Being shook. Getting shook.
I was ready for one of us to possibly fail our roles. I was not ready for both of us to fail our roles. I was not prepared.
This is what happens when I don't roll with my actual pink elephant dice.
Exactly.
I don't think that's.
Hey,
That's it. Don't stop. That's the reason.
that's the reason.
I mean.
You know. Oh, wait, Jamie, here, I have a present for you.
Do you?
It's my elephant. The dice are here in spirit.
Your camera's breaking up for me, but I'm assuming you're holding up the elephant thing.
Yeah, I have a plant.
Okay. Did any
I
of
don't
you?
know I'm constantly tapping everything, but I have long nails now, so.
Did either of you? Did anybody who got potential? Get enough points to like go up?
No.
No.
Okay. I figured you would have mentioned it if that were the case, but I can't find him. It's fine. It's fine. I'll deal. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Are you? I'm going to ask this one more time. Are you absolutely sure that you don't want me to go to your home? I'm very good with mothers
Think about this
and
real careful
brothers
now.
and brothers.
Nah, I have
And
to
you're
take care of
very
this.
very good at blowing things up.
Yeah. Oh.
He means that as a compliment and an insult at the same time.
No, he's pretty much just means it as a compliment in this context. I mean, let's consider Casey for a moment. If she's calling you 911, she's not calling you 911 because she needs a hug. She's calling 911 because she needs a meteor strike.
I would call Policy 911 if I needed it.
Oh, what am I supposed to do? I have to take care of my family.
I'll take care of the please.
Blowing them up.
Trust me with
Let
your
Emilio do it. He's a people person.
trust me with your family as soon as everything is, and I will still call the rest of the team and send them. The boys will be on the way, but let me help you with your family.
Oh, but my mom is just so upset because this is exactly what she does.
I am very good with mothers. But I can help her
Okay.
with.
Uh, Fine. Just tell her I'm already in the middle of an emergency, and I'll be there as soon as I can.
Absolutely.
Oh God, I feel terrible. This
Absolutely.
is not gonna go
And
well.
if it's a true emergency, I'll take care of it.
Sorry, I have to applaud that.
Oh,
That was a hard decision. Congratulations. You made it.
oh. Well, because it's like, do I take care of family, which isn't something I necessarily want to do, or do I go blow things up, which I definitely want to?
I mean, do you have anger right now?
I don't think
Well,
so. I
do
don't think I
I
have any
have a
conditions.
solution for you?
Does
Yes.
Palestine have a
I
condition?
have anger right now. I
Palestine
know
has a
that.
condition. All right. Okay.
I've
So,
got no conditions.
Palestine, the first moment that you realize something is wrong is you are flying over the city. And you'll give me just a moment. I need my assets thing open.
Well, this is gonna suck.
If you'll recall what the oversight building looks like.
Oh, the big ol' O!
Yep.
Because they're lame like that.
Do, 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 do. It should be
I wonder,
loading.
did they name their team after the building, or did they name their building after their team?
They were going to call it
That's
Overwatch, and then
a
apparently
good
there was some sort
question.
of copyright problem.
Ah,
I see.
man.
Um,
I always get
so it's at
Dad,
night.
you have to take the Ember thing off the screen.
I what?
You have to take the Ember Love Let off the screen.
No, I think you can just close it.
Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So there's that's how. Now imagine that lit up at night. Okay.
scary.
Yeah. So the first thing you realize when things are going pear-shaped is you see through your view screen, kind of off to the side, a lit up evening building of oversight. Hang on. Hang on. Wait for it.
Oh.
She's a spoopy, spoopy bean.
We're going to get this one up here. All right. Up, 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 up. Hang on. I'm getting there.
Whoa. Oh no.
It should focus here in a second. I don't know why it's all grainy like that, but give it a second. It'll actually.
Oh.
There we go.
It's focused for me. That's a scary picture.
So that happens, and then something hits your ship. Like
Is it a laser?
you don't even know. Something hits the ship like a semi hitting a hatchback Geo Metro.
Ouch.
Palacine, take a powerful blow.
I'm gonna.
Pew,
Okay,
pew,
take
pew. Really?
powerful roll conditions. Just have
Yeah, you can
one.
actually, on your character sheet, right above your conditions, there's a dice, like right next to the left of the word conditions, that will do it for you. You see it? Oopsie. I thought you rolled a 3.
I forgot I was on camera for a second there. I was just kind of dancing in my mirror.
Okay. Conditions, a 7. Oh, that stinks. Okay, so 7. If you go to the little journal tab up at the top, next to the thing where your character sheets are at, and you go down to basic moves, and you'll get a little pop-up there, and you can click on that to pop up, take a powerful blow, and take a look at it. Take a powerful blow. When you take a powerful blow, roll conditions. On 10 plus, choose 1. On the 7-9, you can choose one. You lash out verbally, provoking a teammate to foolhardy action or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition on them. You give ground. Your opposition gets an opportunity. That is entirely in scope for something like this because this is utterly unexpected. You struggle past the pain, mark 2 conditions. So what you're dealing with right now, functionally, is like the psychic blowback from Demir getting shot. Demir getting hit.
Isn't that a fun feeling?
Yeah. So now, I mean, the easy one is, I mean, the easy and obvious one that doesn't cost you anything except for like a bunch of narrative problems is giving ground and your opposition gets an opportunity. But because that's really easy, you crash land somewhere in the city or something, you know. What do you do?
Okay, I'm good at this because it's totally not Palestine, but it works for this scenario because Demir was hit. And so she's not happy about that.
I'm ready. Hit me with that verbal abuse.
Hey, wait. Back me up for just a second. What's really not Palestine? You were saying this isn't really Palestine, but so what's not Palestine?
Lash heavily. And so
I see. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start like yelling.
Give me that sweet meanness.
Still,
okay.
Saying like, "Well, this is all your fault. You brought me along, and now my ship took the pain."
Right. Oh, I see. So you're lashing out at Syl. Okay. Gotcha. Sorry.
Wow, that took you a second.
Well, you kept you see, the thing is when you talk and she's talking, I lose both of what you're both saying. So I couldn't tell what anybody was saying at that point. It was
apologies.
It was a bad deal. All right. So, looking back at the move then for a second. You might you lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. So
she does have influence over me, by the way.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm just going to look at something here real quick because it doesn't happen a lot. Like you say, it's not a very Palestine move. But I totally understand in this case. So up here, sorry, so if you guys would take a look in the handouts area, instead of the basic moves, go to the peripheral moves. Okay. And blow that up for a second. And if you look in that column that's labeled influence, three paragraphs down. When you take advantage over your influence over someone, surrender the influence you hold over them to choose one, inflict a condition on them. So what happens, Palestine, is basically so that you don't take a condition. Well, I mean, you don't take a condition. You lose your influence over Syl for now, and trade that to give her a condition instead. So Syl gets rocked by the verbal lashing. And I'm gonna say Syl takes guilty. Is that fair?
Do you pick or does she pick?
Say that again.
Did she trying to pick to choose guilty?
You're breaking up a lot.
Did she tell me to choose guilty?
There's no choose. You inflict a condition on them. I'm saying it's guilty.
Okay. Just confused how it worked.
Yeah.
Cool. Guilty is now marked.
I don't think, regardless of who picks it, I don't think it's you because the condition is inflicted on you. So I don't think that's a situation.
No, I'm not saying it was something I was picking. I was just confused on who was the one who was picking it for.
I don't know, Palestine, are you okay with guilty? Or do you want Syl to get mad and start yelling at you?
I think guilty works.
Guilty. You feel bad. All right, so the ship is rocked, but still airborne. still moving, still cloaked for whatever that's worth. You might be able to do something with that. So I'm gonna get rid of this one because we don't need. Doop, doop. Keep this one over here though, because pew pew. Um, so no opportunities. That's really good. Sil, what do you do? The ship. So you got slammed around the back, but you're basically rolling with it and stuff. You kind of something happened in the air outside the ship, like a depressurization, and you actually heard Demir's hull creak a little bit, like there was a sudden pressure shift just before the attack. So you weren't exactly braced, but you were ready for some craziness to happen, which is exactly what did. And when you could hear again, which was scary, Palacine was just ripping you a stream of invective for somehow managing to put you in the way of putting you both in the way of oversight. Um, it happened so quick. I mean, Palacine still, it's you can't even really see. Like even playing it back in your head, you're still not entirely sure that it even came from there. Like it just
Yeah.
it was either too fast to track or some like practically invisible.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you
Can
do?
I assess the situation?
Sure.
I have a -2 right because of guilty, but that's still a +1.
All right. See if you can figure out what you know. Let me look at your moves
Do
real
I
quick.
roll superior and then add a -2 to it?
No, if you do the if you bleh, if you click on superior, it will know that you're penalized and apply it accordingly.
Okay. Okay. Should I roll that now?
Yeah, give me 1 second because um you could, if you want to, you can do Ben reading the files first before assess the situation.
Okay.
Because this is sort of it's the obviously oversight is not new, but you're encountering them as an enemy, as a foe
Oh, okay.
for the first
Yeah, I
time.
didn't know if that applied because do I have a minus to that because of ulti?
Um, this one won't count. I don't remember. I don't honestly know. Hang on a second. It shouldn't, but let me look. 5-1. What's your superior?
My superior is +3 right now.
Hang on, this isn't tracking right. It's only adding 2. Why is it only adding 2? You literally have no skills that are a 2.
Hmm.
Hang on, I'm just gonna. That's +1. Okay, now it's reading right. No, it doesn't apply the penalty, and it wouldn't apply the penalty. So go ahead and you can just go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
It applies to the core moves. Your special moves are not typically affected unless it's a weird version of that move. So hit it.
Boop. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Holy moly. Okay, that's double
Something
fives.
still works.
The dice still work. Yay! All right, so you've learned about the superhuman world through your mentor's resources. When you first encounter an important superpowered phenomena, this definitely counts. Roll superior on a hit. Tell the team one important detail you've learned from your studies.
Uh.
I have suggestions.
Please suggest.
I mean, no.
I'm absolutely blank.
There's a recharge time.
Ooh. There's a recharge time
How long?
of 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
It's a laser. Yeah,
10
laser.
minutes? 10 minutes is kind of long.
You keep saying now, Dad.
What's that?
I just keep you say 10 minutes.
It's kind of long.
I see. It's kind of long.
Yes, it's kind of long.
7 minutes.
Fine, 7 minutes, just because it's a special magical
It's a
number.
special little snowflake.
Special magical number.
It's an unlucky number.
Okay, so one important detail you learn from your studies: the recharge on their self-defense weaponry is 7 minutes. Most people don't even know that the building has that. What, if anything, seems different from what you remember?
Well, that's easy. They're attacking us.
The power-up cycle was a lot more obvious. Like it was basically designed to be almost a warning. Like people would see it powering up and go, wait, whoa, 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 we were just kidding. Stop, 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 stop. And that did not happen. No, at all.
Well, isn't that just fine?
You can ask a follow-up question.
I can ask a follow-up question.
Like some additional piece of information about it or whatever. And
How
you guys feel free to jump in.
I shut it down.
How do you shut it down? So
Yes.
become one of the 3 senior members of oversight.
Mhm.
It's just the one step.
Mhm. Okay. Cool. So,
It had to have been one of the 3.
guys, I'm out of ideas.
All right, you want to assess the situation?
Me? Yes.
Do you want
yes,
to
I
assess?
do want to do that. Why would you ask me? Yes, I would like to assess the situation. Okay, I'm gonna roll my superior.
Okay, I'm going to hang on for a second, guys. I'm gonna. Oh, nice job.
Yeah.
Even a 10, still a 10, even with a penalty. Nice job. All right, so we're gonna.
I just had to take a moment there.
I'm gonna switch the video off. No, wait. I need to.
No way.
How do I? I want to. I'm gonna have Kaylee and Jamie. Can you show off your cameras for me? Okay. I just want to see if the video gets a little bit better at this point because, or not the video, the audio. If the audio gets a little bit better at this point because it was kind of being crazy and chopping up a bunch. So I want to see if it's any better at this point. All right. So quickly, let's assess the situation, and I'm going to close this thing here and get back over to. What do you got? So you had a 10, assess the situation. You've got 3 questions. Is that right? Assess the situation. So. When you assess the situation, roll superior on a 10 plus. Ask 2 questions.
Okay.
Do you see them?
I am looking.
Journal tab and then basic moves.
I do see them. Yes. Okay. What here is the biggest threat?
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say getting shot by that thing ever again. Probably. Biggest threat is probably that. No, I'll even take that a little bit. I'll make it a little bit broader because it's a little bit obvious. Whoever shot that has taken off the kid gloves and is apparently desperate enough to do something pretty crazy and make up. Now, If it is Brahma,
Hi, Brahma.
your conspiracy mode is going into hyperdrive at this point. Um, let's say it is Brahma, for the sake of argument.
Let's say it's Brahma.
Let's
He says it's arguable.
let's say it's Brahma. Let's say that Brahma's shooting at you with his entire building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so on and so forth. He's not going down over shooting a couple of superheroes, and he's not. That's not. He's not that. He probably isn't that crazy. He's wiping out evidence, and he wouldn't have done this if he didn't feel like he had a cover story that he could say, where he can plant a bomb and say they were do something crazy, or there was a terrorist on board, or it wasn't them. They've been
So
kidnapped.
basically, he can bullshit his way out of this.
Yeah, he feels like he can get away with it.
Okay.
So whatever he's got going on, so it's
Well,
the biggest.
aren't you just a sweetheart?
The biggest threat is that Brahma feels like he can do whatever right now, and if he succeeds, he can cover it all up.
Okay. Who here is most vulnerable to me? Actually, wait. I take that back. How could we best end this quickly?
Um,
I thought I could ask 3 guys.
how can you best end this quickly?
Yes.
You drop to street level. Heh. You see, here's the problem. To get out to the island, you've got to go across open water, and the building faces the water. You'd be now you can go underwater, but there's nothing saying that that thing can't shoot through that.
Yeah.
The get low, so because he's not going to blow up buildings to take you out. Potential casualties from a crash landing are acceptable. Shooting a skyscraper isn't. And the way that thing hits, it wouldn't hit one skyscraper. It would hit like several in a line. If you went low enough. So you get low and get out into the water. But if you're talking truly end this quickly, you drop to the ground as fast as possible, and you use the teleport to recall straight to the base and leave Demir wherever you landed.
Oh, absolutely not.
I mean, that's the tactic that you. So call that the tactic that you immediately discard.
Yeah.
Technically,
That's the last case
It's-
scenario. Is
Kat,
that one? Yeah.
if you wait long enough, I get to you guys, I could do some cheating things or taking some of the blood for later things. Possibly. So,
Say that again?
Mm-hmm.
just a thought.
Oh, you can take off, some of the, for sure.
Okay. We can't be having Demir be left. That is a bad move.
So the best way to end it clearly would be to get, or quickly, would be to actually get down into the water in the bay, and then from there, theoretically, you're going to be a lot better protected from A, observation, and B, that thing hitting you again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'm going to tell Penny to do that.
Dive!
We need to get a ground level now,
I'm picturing Demir just streaking along at street level, but at as fast as possible, just like stuff blasting out of the way and stuff. It's kind of funny. It's kind of cool. Okay, so Palestine got shot. Syl read the situation. Can't believe you let me get into this. Blah, blah, blah. Syl's like, dive. Ember, You are flying out away from the building that Emilio has an apartment in, off of like sort of the patio from his apartment, condo, whatever.
Mhm.
It's one of my houses.
You're
I have
head
several.
you're you're headed toward. Do I have a map? I wonder if I have a map. A map-ish. Maybe. Let me look at this one. Yeah. I mean, this will work. It's clunky, but it'll work. So yeah, this will work fine. Let me get you guys moved over here. Blink. And yeah, that'll work. So you're taking off out of there, and you see an explosion in the sky over the city. Like just, it's not even exactly. You
I
see,
love explosions.
you saw the Overwatch building kind of light up with all the like calculations and symbols and stuff over the open spot, and you're like, that's weird. I've never seen that happen. And you're like, holy sh. Um, it isn't like you didn't see a laser beam come off of this thing or anything like that. Like that did not happen. You know what it looks like, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. So, have you seen fireworks?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen? You know when the big boomers go off that are nothing but noise?
Uh.
Just the ones that are just like kaboom, and all it is just the big explosion, and there's no sparks that go with it.
Mhm.
Okay. Have you ever noticed that when they go off, you can still see something up there?
Yeah.
Like it's not like there's a flash. It's not really anything, but you can still kind of see where the explosion happened,
Yeah.
right? That's
Mhm.
what you see around what could only be an outline of Demir up in the sky.
Oh, fun.
And you see the thing, and you're pretty sure because Demir's still up there, and there's like, I don't know if it's exactly, something is trailing out of the back. You don't know if it's smoke or blood. You don't know what exactly would trail out of Demir if it got hurt.
Hmm.
And then it like either is crashing or it's diving, but it turns at a very sharp angle and heads down. What do you
Hmm.
do?
Um.
I feel much, much better about my decision to send Emilio to my mother's and deal with this shit.
Fly towards the ship.
Okay. Do you have let me look at what are your burns? Ember, ember, ember.
Oh, wait, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I have move.
You have your burns. You have move.
Yeah.
Do you have move? Yeah, you do have move.
Yeah, I
Move
did.
is okay. So you might need to. You don't have. Obviously, you don't have any flares up right now. But we'll get your hold down to 0 because you're supposed to reset the end of the scene. But whatever. Okay. So, good lord, where's the move for burn? We like never. We need to write that in as like a passive move or something, just to get it in there so we have it as a
Isn't
reference.
it the button next
Yeah,
to hold?
yeah, you can just hit that, and I think it's roll, and you add your conditions, which you don't have any right now.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's
roll
what.
conditions.
Okay, so go ahead. Bloop. You got a 7. All right, I still need to actually see.
I get like 2 burn and a condition, I believe.
Yeah, let me. All right, I'm gonna get it in here so we have it as a reference for later at some point. Close that. All right, I'm just going to put this under your active move so you have it. You can't really roll it from there, but it's fine. Cool. Yep, when you charge up your powers, roll plus your conditions you currently have marked on a hit, hold 3 burn. On 7-9, mark a condition. You still get 3 burn. You get 3.
That's good.
Yeah,
I'm
on a
gonna mark
miss.
angry.
Yeah, on a miss you hold 2 and mark 3 conditions, which ouch.
Got it. Yeah.
Spend burn on your flares. So you power up because this happens and you're just like kind of hanging in midair for a second, and then you're like, and the anger flushes over you like somebody just shot your girls. And
and I need to deal with some other stuff right now. I don't got time.
For people to be shooting your kids, your people, your children.
My children!
Move. Spend 1 burn to move to any place you choose within the scene, breaking through or slipping past any barriers or restraints in your way. Spend a 2nd burn to move to any place that you've previously been. So, basically, you hit afterburners, the likes of which the city rarely gets to see. So, like, looking at this from some other angle, somewhere else in the city, just because I feel like doing the crossover, like somewhere,
Yes, crossover.
Sink is like out like getting hot dogs or something like that, and he's like, and he's kind of like out in the street, and he's like kind of munching and walking along, and he sees the boom up in the air, and he's like, whoa, and then somewhere else, suddenly there's a flare of orange in the sky, and it escalate, like it goes from standing still to Mach 1. Like the sun, he's like, that looks, he goes, he's like, well, actually, because his ability is perfect timing, and he's watching that for a couple seconds, and he goes, if that's a mile away, then that's faster than the speed of sound. And then the sonic boom hits, and he's like, wham! Cracks through the air, and he's like, yep, that's faster than the speed of sound. Somebody's getting a ticket for that, he says, and he turns and keeps walking down the street away from the rest of the fight.
Oh, I love Sink.
Somebody's going to get a ticket for that. But yeah, so this orange flare, this slash across the sky, so fast that it's basically converging on the ground at that low at like where Demir is coming down almost as fast as Demir is getting down, and Demir gets gravity to help. So yeah, when Demir dives, pulls out of it down at the street level, kind of wobbly, but definitely pulling out of it at about just above the height of like truck at the top of trucks, and is cruising down along a street. And not more than a few seconds past that, Palestine, you see this like light shines against your face, like from the side, like somebody's shining a flashlight in through the cockpit. And you're like, oh crap, they're attacking me again. You look over and it's Ember flying next to you, like next to the ship. And she, I mean, in my mind, my fan fiction for this is she like puts her hands up and kind of a shrug, and you see her mouth, what the fuck, like like what the, yeah. And the camera cuts his way just before we can see the entire thing that she said.
Various profanities.
So, Palestine, what do you do? You're down, you're below the line of sight. From where you are, you can't see the oversight building. You're at street level. You know the direction to the island. What do you do? I mean, you don't have to go to the island. You've got options, but I'm just I'm not sure what what are you thinking?
I think getting to the island would be the best option.
Yeah. Okay, so there's quite a few things in your way. So I think
Hi, Alias. Isn't your timing inconvenient?
no, I think okay. So I think so you're just going to pilot as hard and fast as you can and and just try to get there as fast as possible. Is that what it basically boils down to?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I think the biggest, and this is probably generally good for you. I'm going to have you roll freak because this boils down to your bond with Demir, your strength of the completeness of your control with the ship, piloting it, all that kind of stuff, and functionally, Demir is an extension of your abilities. So I think we're going to use freak because what we're doing is we're overcoming an obstacle. We're overcoming uh, that whole unleash your powers stuff is basically meant to, at least one of the options is, overcome an obstacle. So let's roll freak and see how that piloting goes. Oh, are you kidding me? How? Oh my god.
Oh
Wait, can't.
no.
Okay. All right. So mark potential.
I'm
Mark.
pretty sure, yeah, that's my fifth.
That's a what?
That's my fifth potential.
Oh, that's your last potential to clear it. Okay. So I will say with a 6, certainly Ember is right there and can help with team if you want it to not be a fail. So, and I'll give you a general shape of what this looks like, what it would look like. Um, the idea, let's put it this way: if you're flying through the sky and somebody shoots you and you dive below the lines of the buildings to cut their line of sight and get you some time to deal with that, that's a good tactical move. But if the other side has time to plan and think about what's going to happen, like let's assume they survive the hit, blah, 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 what are they going to do? It's a predictable move, which means they would have prepared for it or could have prepared for it. And since we had this bad roll, we're assuming that, yes, they did prepare for it and there's something waiting here. There's something ready for this. Okay. So that makes the scene obviously get way more complicated. Brings that complication. Alternately, Ember can help by throwing team into the pool, and I'll describe like what the resistance looks like, and then Jamie can describe how she's helping deal with all that. Because as far as I know, Demir's not armed as such. Um, it's chameleon powers and some of the other stuff. I gotta look at what the actual what we picked for Demir. All of that stuff. Alien Tech Kirby Craft. Demir. Strength, chameleon plating, and telepathic. Weakness, susceptible to mental attack, and unarmed. Yeah, specifically. Um, so Jamie, it's kind of up to you. What do you think?
Um, Probably have Ember help.
Okay, cool.
So uncheck your potential because this won't end up being a thing. Let me think about what is the thing going to look like, and I want to look at basic moves. Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. So, what is this going to look like? Okay. Um, Okay. So I'm gonna go with there's like I gotta get some. Hang on. Uh, Let me pull up a thing that'll work here. What's the name of the hamster ball guy in Overwatch, Kaylee? Do you remember?
Um, shoot, I don't.
It doesn't matter. Wrecking ball. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I need. Oh, I need that. Yeah, this works. Okay, hang on. Let me get. Perfect. We're gonna just drop that in here and hopefully it'll work. Maybe? No. Dang it. Thank God for image search. I would never. All right. Never be able to pull stuff up fast enough otherwise. Here we go. All right. So while this image loads, you're cruising around down the street. Ember, you're cruising right along with her. You can feel you kind of notice when the ship accelerates and you push a little ahead to get this. And Palestine, I don't. You guys are all on a telepathic link, so Palestine can just easily say like, we're gonna go for the island. Island's the best bet. And the ship accelerates, and as you come into like the next major intersection, um, not in the intersection, but down the side streets. You guys ever seen? I know exactly what I'm thinking of. Have you guys ever seen The Fifth Element with Bruce Willis?
Nah.
Nope.
There's a scene in there where he's like cruising along in his taxi cab, and the cops are after him, and they're all in flying cars, and the cops' flying cars have like basically autocannons on the side, and he's pulling out through an intersection thinking everything is fine because he's missed them, and you see through the window like behind like to his side like the entire side street is lined with flying cars like 4 rows deep and like all the way across the street. So there's like it's like a 4x4 grid of cop cars, just a wall of them on this side street, and they all start. He like looks over and goes, "Oh crap!" and then they all start shooting. Um, and it's not that bad, but pulling out into the side, like as you're pulling through, you see a bunch of these kind of like gold ball drone things floating kind of up at a little bit higher than streetlight level and back far enough that you wouldn't have seen them until you're out in the intersection. And they all start to like, they all flash like, they go from this blue color to like a red, like the aggro light flips, the aggro LED flips on. And, you know, a chorus of like 20 of these things from both directions, not one street or the other, but both of them from the left and the right. You hear like 20 target acquired, like in this sort of mechanical, heavy duty, tough masculine voice, kind of a thing. They intend ill. You don't have to spend a burn or anything, Amber. Just describe what you do. To help, because without this, I mean, they're gonna take Demir, like they're gonna do something with Demir, like a energy net or blast it or something. You're making that not the case, and we are gonna overcome this to some degree. So how do you deal right here? Show me your power.
So wait, are they like able to follow Demir?
Oh yeah, they float. They fly. So let me here. I can even. This will be a fun exercise. Let me get Yeah, I can do this. Where's my flags? Over. No, more. Gotta go further. We have to go deeper. Here we go. All right. Real quick, I'm gonna do. There we go. There we go. Fine. Yeah, great. Oh, don't do that. You'll forgive me if my lines aren't perfectly straight because I have this problem where I don't care. Okay, and here and nope. Oh, I know where this is. The problem with having so much art for you guys now is that finding some. Oh, there it is. Do that
Finding
one.
something is close to impossible.
Well, yeah, it's there's just a lot. All right, so let me just stop that. Okay. Beep, boop, deep, deep. There's Demir coming through the intersection, and you've got like I don't know what that. Let's do it like this. They're not meant to be different sizes. They're just whatever. Anyway, so there's a bunch of them on
They're
either
all
side.
special, and there's. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. So there's a bunch on either side, and you're basically flying right alongside Demir. You can get above or below them, however you like. They're gonna like basically fly out after, and it's hover tech. They're gonna fly out and keep pace, but before they do any of that, they're gonna be shooting. But yeah, they'll follow. So, what do you do?
Well then I'm just gonna make a giant, really hot fire around here.
Like around Demir, like give him sort of a wall kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Don't you have a move for that?
yeah, but
I do.
she doesn't need a move for this because all it is just getting her the +1. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't have to actually roll anything for it. It's just this is what it is. So
I wouldn't have to roll anyways because of burn.
yeah, a lot of times burn just makes that stuff go away.
I was just wondering if I remembered your moves correctly.
That is, you did. You do. She's got like a shield or moat. It's depending on which thing you're at.
Both. I've shielded.
So I'm just gonna do. I figured out what I wanted to do. Oh, come on. Okay, I see what I need to do. Where's my little? I don't want the grid. No. Okay. There. Thank you. Oh my God.
I swear, I just had a hallucination like the ice cream truck was outside and I was like, oh wait, that's Kate's music. T, why would you do me dirty like this?
There, that's a little bit more
Useless.
accurate to the situation. And Ember's like, seriously?
Wow, I'm so flat. I think we're that much.
This is why you think what?
I'm so flattered that they think we're that much threat.
It's funny. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be. I gotta find. I'm missing some Ember pictures somehow. Maybe. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. I want that picture of like her. Oh, this is even better. Here we go. Here we go. Coming up. I can't find the one where she's like all bent over that we keep saying like it's the wanna fight while sobbing picture. I don't know where that one. Wanna fight? I don't know where that one. I don't know where that one ended up. Who can say? Oh, I see. I see. I see. They're all. There's a whole bunch down here. Meanwhile, this picture is loading. There we go. That's to scale.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Obviously. Guys, I have a new power. I can grow to humongous size.
Here we just go.
Amazing.
She does. You said like a shield around the ship, so there. Something like that. Ah! All right. So that gets us up to a 7. That was a whole lot of time to get us up to 7, but I enjoyed it. So anyway, but a 7 is only a 7. Unleash your
Wow,
powers.
insight.
Unleash your powers. On a hit, you do it, but on a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. So you've overcome these guys. You've overcome this as an obstacle, but it may only be temporary, which is fine. Or you figure out some way that you can make it, can truly remove these guys as a threat, and they're going to stay removed, in which case you're going to take a condition to make it stick. This is back to Palestine figuring that out, because that's Palestine's problem. So there's like these blue beams coming off of these guys, kind of like, but they're all kind of, right now at least, they're not making it through the flames. And
Wow, greatest Uber ever.
5 of 5 stars. Tipping 25%. What do you think, Palestine? You were going to say something. Sorry.
I think I'm going to take Afraid.
Okay. So mechanically, that's fine. You're going to take Afraid, and since you paid the condition, you're going to have gotten past it. That's cool. How or what do you do to, like, under cover of this fire and everything like that? What do you do to permanently remove these drones as a threat? Like, you permanently overcome them. They're not gonna come back. They're not gonna just be something that you have to deal with in a little bit. So the fire defends you, but what do you do as you're like sort of freaking out and reacting with fear? What do you do that takes them completely out of the picture? You've got really on your palette, just so you remember, shapeshifter, you got the ship, you have telekinesis and telepathy. And also, like, I feel like mass mind wiping is on there as well in some like terrifying fashion, but didn't you take that as an advance somehow? Seems like you did. TK and mind manipulation. That's right. Telekinesis and mind manipulation. Although they don't really have minds, so who permanently lost influence over you? Oh, Colin's mom permanently lost influence. Gotcha. Unlock your moment of truth. So, like, what do you do? It seems to me like you would have to like lash out and blast them, hit them with your TK, something like that, to disable them enough that they wouldn't be able to follow.
Yeah, that's all I can think of is
Either
something like that.
either that, or you can sort of like use your telepathic link to Ember to like sort of power up a surge through her so that her fire flares out a lot, but the chances of that like being bad, going bad is, well, she's a Nova, so I mean the chances.
I'm down for it to go bad, honestly.
But that's like
That's not the correct answer.
that's like setting a lot of innocent buildings on fire.
Are buildings innocent now?
Okay, so
Well, not necessarily.
out of so basically out of fear, you like sort of lash out and just do sort of a telekinetic blast, like both sides out the side of the ship, and just hit these things. Now that you've got like 2 seconds to, so the ship actually slows down for a second, Ember, and then there's this massive wash of like energy out of the ship.
That's gonna cause a headache.
Not all the drones are taken out, but certainly a lot of them are. Enough that you're going to be able to continue on.
Worst roller coaster ever.
Yeah.
Best Uber, worst roller coaster.
Do I mind?
Say that again.
Do I feel any of that mind blast?
Well, it's not a mental blast. It's not a telepathic blast. It's a wave of force energy. And no, I don't think so, because I think in order for you to kind of like shield the ship and see both sides of the attack, I think you would have had to like sort of fly up above the ship. To kind of be over top of it, like, you know, protective mama bird kind of thing, and then do the shield.
Got it.
So that's what would have happened there, and then the blast came out and kind of took them out. You guys are continuing to speed down the street. Syl, I'm not sure. What are you doing right now? Because in this, you are ill-equipped for a spaceship battle. So I'm not sure what you might be doing, but if you're doing anything, you could do it now. You're on a telepathic link with both of your friends.
Best of friends.
Comfort and support? Maybe? Shift their labels? I don't know that they need
Who are
that,
you talking to?
You.
Oh! Sorry, totally was zoned out of you speaking to me.
So, Syl,
I want to do
there
a
isn't much.
comfort and support.
I was gonna say there's not much you can do
I'm gonna do that.
combat-wise, but you know you could comfort and support.
Yeah.
And you could have,
comfort
in
and
fact,
support
so
my
let's just,
teammate.
so you guys are cruising down the street at top speed. You have an opportunity here for a little bit of dialogue between you guys just to kind of touch base and everything like that. So, Syl, you know, or what you guys basically know, I think, of what Ember stuff is basic. Well, let me back up for a second. Do they know that you're staying over at Emilio's right now? Like you're not at your mom's?
Oh.
No or yes? I didn't hear.
I don't. Probably.
Probably they know. I mean, it's complicated, right? It's a messed up situation. So actually, I'll ask just to start the dialogue up a little bit. I'll ask Ember first. Like Ember, so like you've got a second here where you can. I'm sorry, hang on for just a second. I got a phone call. Um, I will be right back.
Not speak for the.
All right, I have. Yep, I'm unpaused. The recording is continuing. Had a major break there. All right, so disabled a lot of these guys. There's a few stragglers that are still floating, but a lot of them got taken out. Oh my God, a lot of them were taken out, disabled, something. You guys are cruising along there. So, and I said like so Jamie, sorry, Ember, kind of above the ship. Everybody's in the telepathic link. You have a moment where you can actually breathe for a second. And you begin the dialogue by saying what? Like, what do you?
Um, you like, can we hurry this up, guys?
Really?
Yeah.
You're
Yes,
not.
Ember will be shot to death faster for your convenience.
Thanks.
I mean, you don't even ask like why you're getting shot at? Anything? Really?
Nah, see, I'm really like, this kind of just feels normal at this point. And she knows Phil will fill her in at some point, so.
That's fair. Uh, so you do have a moment here where there seems like at least a momentary calm in the storm. So, as you're like sort of making your way forward, you check on Taylor. He's stable. Seems to be stable. He's still breathing. He's not reacting or anything like that. He's got a lot
That's
of
all I'm
damage.
asking for. He's breathing. He's breathing.
He's
Chill.
breathing. He's strapped in. He's on the little cot like ledge thing. He's strapped in. He's restrained. Still breathing. You're making your way forward as you're making a little comment about like seriously, like yeah, we'll try to get shot faster, and you get your way up to the cockpit where Palestine is at, and she's Palestine. How? So are you? What are your conditions right now? Angry and afraid both, or is it? It's afraid, and what's? It seemed like you got another one, or maybe you don't.
Angry and afraid.
Angry and afraid. So she's kind of. I'm gonna say. I had this thing. There was a game I used to play, an online game I used to play called Eve Online, where it's very player versus player. It's very PvP, and it's a lot of like, and it isn't like Overwatch or something where it doesn't matter if you get killed because you don't really have anything. Anything that you are flying around in, like a spaceship or whatever that you're flying around in, is stuff that you put time and money, or not money, but time into to earn the in-game currency to build the thing that you're flying around in. So every ship represents a certain amount of effort, and because of that, the fights mattered more. Like when you knew you were about to get in a fight, like I would get such an adrenaline rush that was in some cases it was actually hard for me to play because my hands were shaking so bad I couldn't move the mouse very well. Like because my hands were shaking from the adrenaline dump just before things got started.
Wow.
It was crazy. It was crazy. I never had a
Yeah,
reaction like
he has serious addiction to this game.
I played it for about 4.5 years and it was really cool. I had a lot of fun.
I mean, he still runs his phone on a 24-hour clock because that's how you run it, and that's how you ran it.
Yeah, that's how I ran it because they were a lot of Europeans that I played with a lot of Europeans and it's a lot easier to figure out time zone differences on a 24-hour clock than on a 12-hour clock because it's just easier. And the whole thing runs on Icelandic time because the guys who developed it were in Reykjavik. Doesn't matter. That none of that matters. The point is, if you're really like wound up and you don't have an easy way to bleed it off, you can have a physical reaction where your body's just like your muscles, having had this dumped into them, have to do something, so they kind of tremble. Okay. And with you being angry and afraid from all these sudden attacks, and yet right now there's not anything for you to do with that. You can't. You're just flying straight and fast. So when you get up there, you can tell a lot of that stuff is happening with Palisane. Like her heart rate is up, her pulse rate is really hard. Her like sort of the pulse pressure is very hard. Her breathing is rapid. Um, you can hear kind of the rattle of like the controls for the ship just a little bit as they're shaking under stress. You can even feel the vibrations in the air from her body kind of trembling.
Mhm.
Obviously, you're not seeing the stuff that some of the stuff that's happening here, but there's a lot of tells, and your senses it'd be pretty easy for you to pick up on. What do you do?
I want to comfort and support.
Yes, but what do you do?
I go up to her and put my hands on both of her shoulders and just like, you know, try to like be like, just breathe. We're fine for now. Just breathe. What can I do? Is there anything I can do to help? Do you need me to take this for you for a minute so you can go take your time that you need? Like
Do you,
just
Palisane?
what do you need?
Palisane, would it calm you down to have the blind girl fly the ship for a second?
Probably not.
Like, no, but that may be part of it. Just the fact that you're offering to do that may be funny enough to kind of get her out of it. I don't know. Okay, so comfort and support is mundane,
Mhm.
so that's fun. Can we keep these?
Do I have a minus that right now?
You,
Ooh, I do indeed.
oh my God, you're angry.
I'm angry.
Oh my God.
Well, I have a minus. Glad it's not.
Yeah, you're angry.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. Ember has
A
angry.
-4.
Yeah, Ember has angry on top of already having a -2.
I might as well try for it.
Yeah.
Let's just see how it goes.
You're gonna try.
Woo!
Oh,
Hey!
Oh!
you squeaked out a 7. Look at
Nice,
you.
nice, nice.
That was a 9
Kind
roll.
of works.
I mean, it does work. All right, so that's fantastic. That's
I
really.
mean, let's get the moves.
It's kind of nice when you can get a middle, like get a 7 that barely squeaks by, and you're like, "That's fantastic." Because honestly,
When you comfort and support someone, roll plus mundane. On a hit, they hear you. They mark potential, clear condition, or shift if they open up to you. Cool.
yeah. So Palisane, she does all these things. I guess the question is really, do you open up, and if so, like, what's that look like? What do you do or say or
Well, I plan on opening up, but I don't know what I should say.
You don't necessarily have to say. I mean, they don't have to say anything. It could be enough just to show that opening is sort of there. Um, one of the best examples, like there was a game that the guy who wrote the game ran for some people who are really huge fans of like Young Justice, which is a really great show that's worth watching. I've said this before. But there's a scene in there between Robin and Superboy that they did where it was meant to be a comfort and support, and the entire comfort and support Robin, as he was walking past Superboy, was like sitting and like angry and stuff like that. He just stops for a second and he puts his hand on his shoulder and he looks down at him. And Superboy never looks up. And Robin finally like lets his hand drop and takes a couple, starts walking away. And he gets about 2 steps away, and uh, the other guy's player just goes, "Thanks," and that's it. And the GM turned back to the guy playing Robin. He goes, "Does that feel like he opened up enough to you?" And he goes, "Are you kidding? For him, that's fantastic. Are you kidding?" And that was it. That was the comfort and support. So she puts her hands on your shoulders. Ooh, she puts her.
Sorry.
What was that?
I have no idea. My phone is on silent. I don't know why that rings. Jeebus.
Okay, so she puts her hands on your shoulders, kind of maybe like trying to smooth out the jitters a little bit, saying, "It's okay. Just breathe. Can I help? Do you want me to fly the ship for a second?" Which is almost ridiculous enough to be funny, or any of that. And then it could be enough as you just letting out a really long.
Do you want me to try to fly the ship?
it could be as simple as letting out a really long, slow breath and like sort of patting her hand. It could be a big, long speech. It could be anything. It's just a matter of whether or not it feels like you opened up. So what feels good?
Okay.
What feels right?
I guess I'll just be like, okay, not get anyone anywhere near the controls of my ship. Thank you for offering. Just never offer again.
So a little bit of a laughter there. Good joke. Anything else, or just that like little shared joke between you two, or did you have more?
Yeah, just that.
Okay, that's cool. Sil, is that enough? Her making it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. So
So
Palestine.
you can clear.
Seriously, what is that noise?
Sorry. It's the computer getting my text messages. What the frick, itty frack?
Okay.
Stop.
Okay, so.
Okay. Yeah.
So Palestine, you can either clear a condition, or you can take potential, and it's not a bad thing if you take potential because it would be enough to. It would be enough to give you a level up. So there's that, but it would also let you clear a condition, so that may be good too. Which would you prefer?
Yeah, I'm gonna clear anger.
Clear angry? Cool.
Sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to get it to be quiet.
It's probably just, yeah, we can worry about it later. Not a big deal.
I'm sorry, my friend is texting and it's just being loud.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
I wonder if that might work.
Okay, so Ember. Odds are pretty good this isn't the only intersection that's been laid down with drones. You need to clear a way for Demir. To get out to the water.
You're kind of cutting out.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm asking is, do you want to try to clear a path for Demir out as far as the water?
Out as far as
the water, out as far as the bay.
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. So I'm not. Let me look at. What I'm doing right now is I'm looking at your flares to see which ones you've got, and there may be one that you just get to do something like that. I can't remember. Shielding, moat, move, boost.
I could overcharge. I could elemental awareness. So elemental awareness, I could like point out where all the traps are, and
Right.
then we could avoid them. Smash, I could take maybe one of them. Overcharge is basically I just go kind of cray-cray.
You channel the full capacity of your incredible powers to overcome an obstacle. Spend 2 burn to take a 10 plus when you unleash your powers. That's exactly what I'm looking for, because basically what I was going to have you do is do an unleash your powers to do an overcome of the obstacles between here and the water, and this just lets you use 2 burn to automatically get a 10 on that.
Okay.
So that's
I only have 2 burn left, so.
Yeah, you burn it up and just do an overcharge, and basically you basically just fly down through the street ahead of the ship, and when you get to each intersection, you just kind of like smite any drones that are down either side of the street. Just and you just keep doing that.
Blow 'em up, blow 'em up.
So yeah, she's like the vanguard, like out ahead of Demir, while you guys are like sort of getting, now it's not going to work very well once you get to the water, because Ember is not going to. Actually, I'm going to ask that question. We'll probably stop right there. You guys are about to hit the water. Ember can't go under. That would be a terrible idea. It's not super safe for her to head out. I mean, it's not as she's a pretty small target. It's not like the building's going to shoot at her. But she'd be basically heading out to the island all by herself. Do you want to?
I can handle.
So the question is, Ember, do you shoot out across the water towards the island by yourself? Do you quick, like sort of like swoop in through the hatch on Demir and just go down under with them? Or do you say, guys, okay, you're in the water. I got to double back to my mom's. There's something wrong. Like, what do you do?
Gotta go back to my mom.
Okay, so she burns up all the drones. You guys hit the water, and as soon as you hit the water, Ember's in your, on your telepathic connections. It's like, okay, guys, my mom's in trouble. I got to get back there. Let me know what's going on. I'll get to you guys as soon as I can. Also, look for Jack and Colin, because Emilio said that they're like he was going to call them and tell them to get out to the island. So there you go.
Yeah.
So we're going to stop with Demir diving under the water of the bay. Just as you're kind of coming out out into the open at the water, and you can see down along the coast, sort of the harbor bay, like along the water line, you can see the oversight building, like looking out over the bay. It's just not the comforting sight it has been in the past. And you dive underwater before really anything can happen there, and head straight for the Phoenix Academy Island. Ember doubles back, and we are going to stop there.
Nice.
So, around the bend, real quick. Palicine. Closer to the team, further away from the team, more into your own image of yourself.
More into the image of myself.
Okay, so you get to just shift. What you get to do is shift one label up and one label down to your choice. That's what that does for you. Okay. Syl. Closer to the team, further away from the team, more into your own image of yourself.
Close to the team.
Who are you giving influence to?
Penny.
Penny did not have influence because Penny lost influence because Penny used it to give you a condition, but she has influence back now. So unlike normal, where you guys usually have influence over each other already, and that means that you shift labels, since she didn't already have influence, all that happens is she gets influence. So put Penny back on your list.
Okay.
Assuming you didn't take it off. And you can either.
I didn't take her off.
Yeah. And you can either, where's it at? End of session. Give influence that character, and you can either clear a condition or mark potential. So
I'm a clear condition.
what are you going to clear?
I'm gonna clear uh angry.
Okay.
I cleared it.
Okay. You cleared angry. Ember, closer to the team, further away from the team, or do you image yourself?
Close.
Okay. Who are you giving influence to?
Sil, because she was the one who
911 you?
texted me. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. All right. You can either take potential or clear a condition.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna talk to my mom.
If you got to talk to your mom, you might want to not be angry.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a condition.
Okay. So clear a condition. And did Sil already have influence over you?
What?
Did Quinn already have influence over you?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sil, you can shift. Danger's already at 3, and you can't move Freak because it's locked.
Okay.
If you want to do her a big favor, you could raise her mundane
I'm probably gonna raise her mundane, hon, because
Thank you.
that's a mess.
She used Freak a lot. Maybe Danger's capped. Maybe you drop Danger by 1 and raise mundane. Drop Danger, raise mundane. I don't know.
You know what I'm gonna do instead?
Hmm.
I'm gonna bring your danger down, and I'm gonna bring your safe.
Yeah, I figured.
You did a lot of defending today.
Yeah.
And
That's pretty cool.
that was solid. I appreciated that.
So you're not angry,
so that's what
but
I'm gonna do.
you're not angry, but you're still getting rocked by that -2 mundane.
Yeah, I'm not angry, but I still suck at talking.
Yep. Well, it's the Hot Mess Express. Choo choo.
Yep.
All right. You still got your dice out, Sil?
Not out, but they're here. Yes.
Well, we got to roll so we can wrap it up.
Okay. Tell me when.
I mean, I'm going to stop recording as soon as you roll. Guys, thanks so much. This was session 20. There was the dice rolling. This was session 20.
Yay!
We hit session 20.
Yay!
Big milestone, and we'll hopefully be able to go again maybe next weekend. All right.
Should I roll again?
Yes, one more time. Ready, go.